you. Once again, let me say good afternoon to members of the media. We've called this press conference this afternoon in relationship to marine imports. You would know that when we had the issue 2 weeks ago with the conclusion of the dispute concerning Fairmont Hampton Princess, I had mentioned to the media that there were some real concerns, particularly at marine imports and at the Parks Department. So much so that we reached out to the Minister of Home Affairs, the Honorable Michael Fay, to let him know that these two areas were close on different occasions to dropping tools or donning tools as a result of outstanding issues. There are outstanding issues at marine imports now for about 3 years. We sent a letter to the Minister on December the 19th, 2013, letting him know that these issues need to be addressed. And as a result of that, the division held a divisional meeting last night for the committee to update them on where they were with the outstanding issues. And as a result of that meeting, the division decided that they were going to meet her today at 12 o'clock, subject to our 9:30 meeting that was scheduled for this morning, for the management team and the BIU team to meet to go over these issues. Unfortunately, that meeting didn't come off at 9:30, so as a result of that, it had to be stood down. The workers met at 12 o'clock today, and I can tell you that as a result of the lack of little progress that has been made on all these outstanding issues, have decided as of tomorrow, there will be no ferries running. So they will leave her today to go take all the commuters home, the regular runs, whatever time they start, whether it's 4 o'clock, right along through to whatever the regular scheduled time is. So you'll be able to get a ferry right up until the end. But as of tomorrow morning, there will be no ferries. Any questions?
Mr. Furbert,
Yes.
is there anything in the agreement that you have with the government that requires prior notice of withdrawal of services?
Well, let me just say this, Mr. Darby, that I think 3 years is enough notice. And some people might probably think I'm being a bit facetious, but, you know, every year we have this problem when it comes to getting the fleet up and coming for the season, right? And the workers have to do a lot of backflips to make sure that they can provide a service that's second to none for the seasons. It's happened now for 3 years. We've talked to them about the maintenance of the vessels. The minister gave an undertaking that one of the reasons why he was going to bring the Millennium Ferry in here, and he did say that the cost of that was going to cost roughly about $1.2 million. And of course, whilst the Millennium Ferry was here for last season, the intention was to get our fleet up and running. Well, I can tell you that has not happened. Right now, we're sitting at February the 19th, 2014. The season's getting ready to start in about a month's time. And I'll let Brother Sinclair, because he's the president of the division, he works for Marine Imports, he can give you some idea as to what the rating of the fleet is for the up-and-coming season. Because you can't simply, as a minister, say that here's what we're going to do, here's the reason why we're going to do it, and then it'll happen, and then you try to just throw it back at the BIU. Well, shouldn't we give government some notice as to what we're going to do? You had 3 years of notice. And if that's not enough notice for you, well, I feel sorry.
President, I do believe
Will we hear that later?
Sure, sure.
I do believe that the staff has been wanting to meet with the minister. Has that happened?
I can say this to you that the staff have been wanting to meet with the minister. I think that when we sent the letter of December 19th, it was certainly our intentions that whilst we do understand that, you know, what the minister is or is not responsible for, but once you have a situation that it's getting a bit out of control, certainly, you know, you wouldn't want to know that you got, you know, firsthand, you know, you got your finger on the pulse and making sure that these issues are going to be addressed. Because, you know, I'll give you a classic example, right? This morning, the PS couldn't make the meeting, so he passed the information on to the acting director. And what the PS said to the acting director was that I have a personal issue that's come up. I can't make the meeting, so please reschedule it, or please do A, B, C, or D. That was reported to the president, you know, about this personal issue that came. Well, they said all of us told him that the meeting had to be stood down, but no reason was given to it. See, it's about relaying of information, about making sure that you get a clear picture as to what is happening and the reason why it's happening. And I think what the workers are frustrated a bit about now is that, you know, whilst we do understand ministers are going to come and go, at some point in time, you should know the people that you have to manage from time to time. And even though the PS may be overall responsible for dealing with the day-to-day runnings of the department, when there's a real issue at hand, then the minister has to find the time to make sure, well, let me, PS, come along with you to sit in this meeting to see if I can get to hear firsthand exactly what the concerns are.
Since you made the warning that things weren't too happy in the marine ports 2 or 3 weeks ago, have you had any contact with the management since then?
I can tell you that at the LAC meeting on Friday, the Minister of Home Affairs acknowledged the letter that he got from me, acknowledged the fact that the marine and ports issues were in there, the parks issues was in there, and I think what the minister said to me at that point in time, because it's the Minister of Home Affairs, what he didn't want is he didn't want to have any interference right now, because if the matter has to be referred to him as a labor dispute, then he's now got to put on another hat. So he assured me that the PS will be dealing with the issues at hand that I had put forward on behalf of the workers of marine and ports.
May we hear some of the issues of the maintenance, please?
Maintenance?
Yeah.
Well, back in 2011 and 12, maintenance programs had ceased. We also worked the whole year with no overtime. That whole year, the fleet went without maintenance. So as you know, without maintenance in such vessels as that, you have some major issues after that particular year. And going forward, maintenance program is now supposed to be reinstalled as of probably this season coming. So a regular maintenance schedule has not been adhered to.
There is some danger attached to vehicles with
Sure.
with the public, isn't there?
Sure, there always can be. We're on the water. Sure.
If you continue the way things are going, will the fleet break down?
Sir, to be honest with you, and anyone in this room could tell you, I would say more than half of our fleet is right now inoperational.
Has the Millennium turned up yet? It's coming back.
Millennium has never left.
Oh. Across for the winter.
It has never left. The last word I heard that it's supposed to go back in March to be refitted or whatever the case may be, to be back for April. That's the last I heard.
And let's just be clear, because that remains a critical issue for the marine and ports workers. Indeed, we sent the email to the PS back in October last year, because what we wanted to know exactly what the overall cause for the Millennium was for that season. And we did receive some information back from the PS on some of the cause, but it weren't clear. And as a result of it not being clear, when we sent a letter to the minister on the 19th of December, we laid out exactly what we were looking for in relationship to the cause for the Millennium for 2013. We asked 7 questions. What is the total expenditure of the vessel Millennium while under contract and operating in Bermuda? First question. Second question was, what was the total fuel cost up to the end of the contract? Number 3, what was the total cost of wages for staff and including any overtime hours? Number 4, what was the total cost for the accommodations for the Millennium staff? Because the government or the ministry is picking up the cost of that. What was the total cost of the furnish for the apartment? Because apparently we purchased furnishings for the apartments that they were staying in. The last 2 is what was the total cost of the airfares, because they had rotating staff every 3 weeks. There was flying staff in and flying staff out. And the final question was, what was the total passenger ridership count for the duration of the Millennium contract? Those questions were asked way back in December, crystal clear to the minister, and we have yet to date to receive any answer to any of these questions. Not to be fair, and I don't want anybody to think that they're going to catch us out. In speaking with the PS this morning, he did say, well, the meeting today was couldn't happen, but tomorrow we should be able to give you an update on the how powerful, which is one of the outstanding issues, and also the Millennium. So maybe he's bringing the information tomorrow. But from the workers' point of view, the information should have came a long time ago. And right now, they're saying enough is enough, and they want something to be done about it.
So
Sir.
you're off to work tomorrow. What will bring you back?
Answers to our questions, and I think they're reasonable questions, and we deserve the answers to them.
Thank you.
Sir.
So what about the parks issues that you alluded to?
Right now, we're dealing with one issue at a time, one department at a time. Today, we're dealing with marine and ports. They came here to have a meeting at 12 o'clock to get an update. If the Parks Department, they are also concerned about their outstanding issues, and even though they've got a response back on some of the issues from the director, the response that they have got back is not a very satisfactory response, and we've told the PS of Home Affairs that, and hopefully he has taken that concern to the Department of Parks.